There's a quote that I've been seeing as a trending audio on Instagram and TikTok and places like that, that basically says if a outfit isn't interesting in color, it needs to be interesting in shape, or it needs to be interesting in texture. And when I first heard that, I thought that that was such good advice and such of a genius way to go about looking at how to put together an outfit that fits your personality, fits your style, matches the aesthetic that you want to cultivate. So we're going to do a bit of a deep dive into all three of those elements, color, shape, and texture, to see how you can use those very important style points to create an outfit that speaks to you, your personality, your style, and the aesthetic that you want to cultivate for 2024. Let's start with color. Like I said, I think color is probably one of the easiest ways that we just kind of naturally look at to make an outfit visually interesting. There are so many different ways that you can utilize color, but if you're anything like me, the last 3 or 4 years I've spent really only buying neutrals because I have wanted to curate a wardrobe that is going to last for many, many years. Now, as a 30-year-old woman, I really want to be able to spend my money on pieces that I know are going to carry me through for a long time. And the easiest route to take with that is neutrals. But I have really been interested in utilizing color in my wardrobe. So I think a few different ways that you can use color in your wardrobe without feeling like you have to invest in a whole new wardrobe is, number one, utilize it in accessories. I think that wintertime especially, honestly, is a really, really fun way to utilize color in your accessories. Chunky scarves right now are the number one trending item in accessories. They are cozy, they are comfy, they come in so many different colors, styles, etc. Find yourself a good quality or just a regular quality from Target, brightly colored mohair scarf that's chunky, that's large, that you can wrap up, wear different ways. We have been seeing this trend kind of take over since the beginning of winter this year in places like Paris and Milan and London and New York. Let me tell you, everyone is wearing these, and it is such a fun way to add color, infuse color into your wardrobe. Another tip is to use color in your bag, your clutch, whatever it is. And I'm not talking about your day-to-day go-to grab for a grocery store, grab for coffee shop bag. I'm talking about something that's a bit smaller, something that has a bit of a fun design, a bit more funky. Play with different colors in this particular accessory. This is a really, really easy one to find fairly inexpensively in lots of different places, even like Amazon and things like that. But you can also find some really, really high quality and beautiful brands that do color in bags very well. So if you're drawn to a particular color, for me, I think like an emerald, even like a kind of dark red is absolutely beautiful in a bag. So use your accessories to add in color to your wardrobe and see what really motivates you, see what excites you, see what you love. I will say that I think that it's really fun when it comes to the actual clothing pieces that you're wearing color-wise. It's a good plan to look at the color wheel. Let's take us back to 2nd grade, 3rd grade, looking at your primary colors, your color wheel. Look at what colors complement each other well. And then from there, maybe think about adding in some unexpected color pairings into your wardrobe. There are quite a few people that do this so well. Blair of Atlantic Pacific, the iconic fashion blog, she does color pairing so well. And I've honestly been so inspired by looking at her outfits over the years on her blog, Instagram, Pinterest, etc. So a few color combos that I am excited to try this year: red and green together. And now I'm not talking about like Christmas colors. I'm talking about maybe like a khaki green and like maybe a bright red. I just featured a bright red Cezanne sweater that I absolutely adore. I think the color is stunning. Pairing that with like a kind of khaki, more muted green skirt, you have two colors that you might not have worn otherwise. Another fun one is emerald and bright pink, or even a baby pink. If you don't want to, again, go out and buy these different items, maybe go for a green sweater, because that's going to be more of a neutral probably in your winter wardrobe, and then add a pink bag or add a pink bow or something like that to it. Brown and light blue is another beautiful color combination, as well as you could do like a lilac color and an orange color. Again, you could go as bold as you wanted, a pair of lilac trousers and an orange sweater, or you could add in some color with maybe lilac socks and an orange beanie. It's just fun ways to utilize color to make an outfit look interesting. Now let's move on to shape. So as a petite person, I am only 5'1". I am always thinking about the shape of an item on me in particular. I think that it is very detrimental to look at an item on a model, whether you're online shopping, you're in a store looking at a mannequin, something like that, and looking at a garment and saying, that's how that is going to fit me. Very likely it's not. We are all different body shapes and sizes and types. So the shape of an outfit can look really interesting, but specifically for petite women, I wanted to share a few different tips that I've employed to kind of help make the shape of either one item or an entire outfit look interesting and unique, so that you can, even if you are still wearing neutrals or you're only embracing pops of color here and there, you can still play with your personality in an outfit. So a couple different tips that I wanted to share. First of all, high-waisted pants with a cropped sweater is honestly just going to be a really great proportion for a petite girl. It is going to make your legs look tall, long, whatever you want to call it. You're going to look taller. It really plays into this rule of thirds that says that our eyes and our brains love things in thirds. So if you have a sweater that cuts you off at kind of mid-hip, and then you have just average length legs or shorter legs, then that's going to make you look like you're cut in two. But if you have a shorter sweater and then a longer trouser, more high-waisted denim, something like that, that's going to play into the rule of thirds, and it's just going to look much more visually beautiful. Now the second tip is all about your chunky sweaters, your chunky knits. We all have them in our wardrobe. I love them, you love them. They are a wonderful addition to any winter capsule collection or curation of a wardrobe because they're cozy. It's like wearing a blanket, it's like wearing a hug. We all love them. But you can sometimes look like a bit of a sack of potatoes if you're not careful. So again, if you're looking at those maybe slightly oversized, chunky cable knit sweaters, things like that, make sure that you're thinking about the bottoms and the balance. So I always pair my chunkier sweaters with either a shorter skirt, a pair of tights, and a pair of boots to kind of balance that out, or something more slimming on the bottoms, such as a pair of leggings, a pair of ribbed leggings, even a pair of more skinny jeans that are very flattering, etc. Because again, it's all about balance, it's all about shape and proportions. And then my third tip for looking at shape, specifically for winter coats. Now, there are a lot of climates and there are a lot of times right now where you just need to put on your big, thick down coat and go out into the elements and not care what you look like. And that is completely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're looking at more of a dress coat or an occasion coat, something just a little more elevated and nicer, again, the shape is going to be so important. Look at things like when it fits a petite person specifically, your shoulders and your sleeve length. So I love a more tailored coat in my shoulders because I think that that is just a wonderful kind of way to make sure the coat looks like it fits and I'm not just drowning in lots of wool fabric. Sleeve length is also really important. It's a really nice thing to be able to know that your sleeves are going to be at the right length and you're not going to have 3 inches over your hand. That can keep you warm, but also you run the risk of ruining that portion of your coat and things like that. So again, just looking at how coats fit, how they are styled on you, how they go over different items. The shape is so important, and I think it's such a fun tip to take into the rest of our winter wardrobe dressing. Lastly, let's talk about texture. And in the fall and winter, texture is such a fun thing to play with if you know what you're looking for. So when we say fabric texture, we mean things like mohair, wool, cable knit, things like even leather or suede, silk even, linen obviously, which goes more into spring and summer textures. But there are so many different beautiful textures of fabrics out there, even things like tweed, that can add so much visual interest to an outfit, even if you're going monochromatic all black. So I think it is absolutely such a good idea to look at textures of the garments to see how you can maybe mix and match unique textures together. Do you have a silk cami that you can pair under a tweed blazer in the fall time? Do you have maybe a mohair cardigan that you can put a ribbed turtleneck under to create that visual interest? I think that it's just looking at not necessarily just you need a white sweater, so you're just gonna grab a standard knit sweater off the rack or out of your wardrobe to pair with a pair of denim. Look at how different even knit patterns in your sweaters or in sweaters that you're looking to buy create a unique texture for your outfit. This is honestly really easy way to add that visual interest back in, to create different outfit combinations from your own wardrobe that you might not have thought of before. And honestly, it, like I said, adds a lot of visual interest, and it's very, very fun to then start to look at textures and take a more critical eye to different pieces of your wardrobe or items that you're looking at buying and saying, how is this unique? Is this unique in color? Is this unique in shape? Is this unique in texture? And how am I going to style it to make sure that one of these three things might be hit if you're looking to kind of up your style game in 2024. Thank you so much for watching this video all about personal style and how you can maybe elevate a bit of your style game for this coming year. I will leave a lot of the items that were either featured or talked about, in addition to things like my measurements and things like that, in the description below. If you're curious, I will also link a few different blog posts to kind of maybe help get your mind thinking about different color combinations, textures, styles, etc. I hope you stick around for the next coming weeks. We have a lot more exciting winter content to come, as well as shorts. You can find me on Pinterest, you can find me on Instagram, my blog as well. They'll all be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next video.